What up? Can you guys hear me? Yes, you can. All right. Yeah, that's right. We're back doing Master Duel. Literalist bird up. Some things never change. All right, Simorg, Rico Future, Double Dragon Lords. That's the 3 interruptions. Will they? They're gonna make the Ensemble Robin, Sovereign. The Simorg going to? Oh, are they? Yeah, they'll have a zone for it. Simorg no Kolka. Gonna get them out the Apex Evian. That's a pretty good Burt up board. They've got 3 interruptions plus ensemble. Not bad. Book of Moon onto the Draco Future. Now this is a monster effect negate. Flipping it down here, nothing can negate this. Double Dragon Lord's only gonna be flipping, returning to the hand. Apex Avion as well when a card is activated. So this is the Omni negate. Apex Avion can stop this Book of Moon. It will not. It will allow them to flip Draco Future face down. That's 1 less monster negate. Tenyi Spirit Adhara from the hand, going to bring itself forth. Okay, Sword Soul will get hit by an Ash here. Saving that Mist Valley negate was very good. Letting the Book of Moon go through. The Emergence going to be negated now. 4 more cards in Alex's hand. However, it's going to depend on how many extenders they have. Then first, summon the Moye, whatever have you. Definitely going to be negated. Then a backup like the long one also has to go down. And Charmy still has enough interruptions. Apex Avion and the Double Dragon Lords can get that done. Taye is here. Gonna activate its effect by banishing a Sword Soul. The Sword Soul card, right? Yup. Now Double Dragon Lords are going to activate this effect. Taye's effect is not ignition. You have to activate it once it's already face up. So Double Dragon Lords are going to get rid of that. Bird up playing very well here. Now, all that else that can come out this turn is the long one, or if they have a Tenyi loop, some Tenyi shenanigans they can pull off, they can do that as well. But that's it. I think they are running out of options here. And that is going to be it. Charmy will take it. Yes, Charmy took. I'm always afraid to push matches because sometimes, a lot of the times now, people's Padias, they're not always the same as their in-game name, especially on Duel Links, man. Oh my gosh. I feel like with Duel Links sometimes I have to like play detective to like figure out who. Crazy. Wrong thing. Okay, let's go into a different room. Is chat on? This is not you chat though, so it can't be seen on screen. That's the issue here. Like a way to just naturally. Huh. And these guys are what, in a duel already? In a duel that is not progressing. Alrighty. Okay. This ain't Duel Links. You're right. I had a little bit of free time to stream before I had to head out tonight. So I was like, hey, why not catch the Master Duel stream, the Master Duel tournament? Tomorrow we'll be streaming Duel Links, Thursday and Friday, as we usually do. But yeah, I am in the process of changing my setup around, so my camera and lights are not ready right now. So sorry, there is no face cam for right now, but that'll be solved soon enough. But yeah, we winning tomorrow, Kamel, or we throwing again? Bro, we winning, bro. Don't worry. Tomorrow, the new box is not going to be out, but we should have the full box list out. Like, everything should be known from it, right? Like, tonight after the shop maintenance, we should get an announcement, the box announcement, and it's going to have, like, what? The shooting Quasar. It's going to have Cephalion. And do we know anything else that it's gonna have, or what? Or is it just gonna be Shooting Star and Seth Leon? Streaming on YouTube. I do YouTube now, and Rye does Twitch. Tecumseh. That's how we're splitting it up. So we still do both. Just I do my streams on YouTube. All right, maybe I should change where my little Ishizu gif is. Let me put it up here. I just want to block the player names. Guys, though, yo, we got to talk about Cross Duel, man. We got to talk about Cross Duel. Like, what went down with Cross Duel? What do you guys feel about it? Like, I know y'all are ready to tell me I told you so. You're ready to tell me, like, come out, we told you it was a dog shit dead game. Honestly, I just feel like it's just like, feel bad for Rukia. Who's Rukia? Wailed and it got deleted. Oh my god. Oh, Rukia was one of those like really big, not really big, one of the really good Cross Duel players who was like playing in a lot of the tournaments. I mean, the thing is, it was very clear that Konami did not have a competent strategy to make the game an international success. I knew as soon as I saw the streamed tournament between like Trump, Kibler, Dog, and who else did they get to do it? Someone else, I forget. Amaz, I think. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, Cross Duel is dead. Like, Konami is literally doing, like, online card game influencer marketing for people who give zero fucks about Cross Duel. Like, it was just a really, really bad look. And after that, I was just like, yeah, there's no way that they recover from this. Like, oh man, it's just so disappointing. I feel like because I feel like Cross Duel could have been really successful in the West, but they just really handled the game the same way that they planned on handling Duel Links, and it shows, you know. What the fuck is this? Is this the Mako deck? What? Cross Duel dead. But yeah, I'm already working on the video, so I'm writing the script because I want to make my thoughts concise. But yeah, I don't know. Cross Duel, it did not have to die, but it was just killed by Konami, like, just refusing to, like, do anything different from how they handle, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Mobile games. Like, it was very clear, like, after the beta, it was very clear that, like, Cross Duel was not catching on to, like, the mass Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan base. Like, it was not getting the Master Duel treatment, you know? And I feel like that is really where Konami fumbled the bag, is that, you know, they saw Master Duel's overwhelming success with how it like, resonated with new and returning players, and they thought Cross Duel was going to be the same thing, and it definitely was not, bro. Alright, so what does this guy even do? So this is Umi, but it's a continuous spell. Can't target water monsters you control with non-water monster effects. Okay. Your water monsters can attack directly. During your opponent's battle phase, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. This card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can special summon a water warrior from your deck or graveyard. Whoa, so you could just get the legendary Fisherman 3 with this effect? No DLM or DLE for Cross Duel? The thing is, like, they didn't need that for Cross Duel. The thing is, like, Cross Duel had no... I don't want to say it had no community, but, you know, it didn't have a community in the same way that Duel Links or Master Duel did. It had people from Duel Links and Master Duel, you know, like Brad, you know, really committed to making the game work. But the thing is, like, you know, there was no real mass identity of the Cross Duel player. Like, they weren't represented. Like, the only thing that was representing Cross Duel players is literally, like, the sales numbers from Konami. Like, that's it. And what's so bizarre to me is that I went to New York Comic Con in October, and at the Konami booth, they had Cross Duel setups. They had Cross Duel iPads. You could play Cross Duel. They were teaching you how to play the game. And I'm like, dude, like this is definitely something they're not trying to give up on. And I'm like, bro, like, now the game is just gonna cease to exist in September? Like, that's kind of crazy, man. I really don't get that. I guess they're just looking at it like, you know, it's not making money. The servers and the staff to upkeep the game is just not worth it. They threw in the towel. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, a lot of people, like a lot of us see it as them throwing in the towel, but the thing is, like, a lot of Japanese developers, they do deliver these They deliver these like very very short life expectancy anime titles because they know that there is a market for it and that they can make a profit off of it. You know, a lot of these games exist. Just an example of one I like that I was playing. I was playing Dragon Quest like Sword of Die or something like that. Like the mobile game for the Dragon Quest Die series that came out in 2020. And I was playing that mobile game, and now it no longer exists. It's gone. I didn't spend any money on it, but I re-rolled for a 4-star weapon, and now it's gone. Like the whole game is just done. So the anime ended. I guess they're not really trying to push profits off of it anymore, and they know it's not bringing in money, so they shut it down. The same thing happened to Cross Duel, I feel like, which is really unfortunate because Cross Duel was a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next, right? Do you guys remember that Cross Duel was like the sneak peek at the end? And it's so clear, like so much work went into Cross Duel, like the 3D models, the fully casted, the fully voice acted game from multiple languages, bro. Absolutely insane. The 3D models alone are just something that is just next level for Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and the game failed. They should import those to MD. Now, fuck imported them to MD, man. Fuck that, man, because they're not going to be useful in MD. They're just going to be sold to you as mates for 300 gems. They should just make a good game out of the assets. They should reuse the assets and make a good game. That's what they should do. Literally, so much good content and assets is just gone to waste. Like, usually, when games fail, you can say that they were just quick little cash grabs. Bro. Effort went into Cross Duel. Cross Duel was in development for years. It was in development. It was in beta for almost an entire year, bro. Like, that game was, like, that was not just a throwaway for Konami. Like, a lot of people, that's another thing, Like, I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about people talking about how, people in the replies, they were talking about how, like, like, just how I just said, that game shutdowns like this are more typical for these Japanese gacha games. But the thing is, like, this was not just a quick cash grab gacha game for Konami. At least I don't think it was, It was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next. You can see how much effort they put into the game, bro. Like, there's no way they would make 3D models, make a freaking, like, skill system, like, even though it wasn't crazy balanced, like a semi-balanced skill system, try to make an entire new format, new game. Like, there's no way they would do that just for the game to last less than a year. It's, like, there's no way. Main problem is that it's just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Skin on a barely related game. Also could have any series slapped on it and it'd feel the same. Yeah, that is extremely true, and that's the problem that a lot of people had with it, right? But my feelings on that is, like, I don't think Konami is wrong for trying to make a unique Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience. They've done it before, and it's been very good and creative, right? Dungeon Dice Monsters, it's a personal favorite of a lot of people. Capsule Monsters, whatever, it was their gimmick that they did. And then, there's like what else is there? There's like the old games like Forbidden Memories and Duels of the Roses that people were received, however. But I feel like the issue now is that when you try to do something different with Yu-Gi-Oh!, it really has to, like, check all the boxes for marketability to different kinds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Cross Duel was turned off. 90% of the possible Cross Duel players were right away turned off of Cross Duel after they saw the beta, after they played the beta, and they were like, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this is a strategy, this is an RTS strategy game. that uses Yu-Gi-Oh monsters as units. Like, it is not actually a Yu-Gi-Oh game. Like, and the problem is that right now, the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh people who are going to be coming back and playing these games, they want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. And Cross Duel's not. It's Yu-Gi-Oh-ish, you know, but it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, and that is the problem for most people. Like you say, Nintendo Cat, like, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just like some generic RTS with Yu-Gi-Oh slapped on it. Like, I genuinely really like the game. The thing is, I liked Cross Duel as a concept. I think that it was just a couple steps away from actually being the polished game that it needed to be. I think that they didn't put enough steps into actually making the game uniquely Yu-Gi-Oh, and they kind of just like came up with the bone structure of how the rules are going to work and then added mechanics on top of that, and I think that was a huge mistake, right? I think that, you know, from the jump, the entire identity of the game has to be centered around Yu-Gi-Oh! And for them, like, you could say to a certain extent that it was, right? They had the battle royale type that a lot of people instantly connected to the Battle City battle royale duel. But the thing is, like, beyond that and how the winner is determined, there was nothing similar about that. And I think that that was people's biggest disconnect. People wanted it to be 1v1v1v1 battle royale Yu-Gi-Oh duels. They did not want battle royale. You send units across the board to attack with Hearthstone keywords. They did not want that, and I think that as soon like it was just such a mistake with how they revealed it, man. Like, again, like, I cannot think what is going through Konami's mind. What is going through the marketing department's mind when they're thinking up this stuff? Like, maybe this is it, right? Or like, oh, we're creating a Yu-Gi-Oh experience that really helps people identify with the TCG OCG, and then we have Duel Links, which is helping, you know, getting in the anime fans. So let's bring something else new and different to bring in mobile game fans in general who will come and enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know, bro. It did not pan out that way. I don't know what their target audience, who their target audience was with Cross Duel, but it definitely did not pop off at all, bro. Like, you look at the highest viewed Cross Duel videos, and it's literally just like videos of the animation compilations and like Decade going through the Ace monsters. Like, that's it. Like, there's no real depth to Cross Duel. You know, there's no one, like, there's people playing the game, but in order for like a mobile game to exist, like, come on, bro, you gotta have some people circulating the game, circulating talk about the game, like organic talk, so that it can exist. And Cross Duel, it did not really have that on the necessary platforms. Their target audience was whales that pay thousands for gachas. I mean, yeah, you're right, but honestly, that should wake people up, bro, because I think, like, that's one of the, like, Diablo Immortal promoted Blizzard promoted Diablo Immortal as like one of their next Diablo games, and it's literally just like a fucking like Diablo gacha. And now Konami promoted Cross Duel in their Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next, showing like what's coming next for Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital products. They announced 2 new products. One of them has shut down, and the other one has no new features or game modes since its release over 1 year ago. So I don't know, bro. It's not looking good for, I don't know. Konami is just big chilling right now. Duel Links, look, I'm standing by the fact that Duel Links is literally keeping every game running. Like, Duel Links is keeping Master Duel running. and it was keeping Cross Duel running, but Cross Duel was just too much of a resource drag, and that's why they had to cut it. MD is good because the players wanted it to be good. Well, that's completely true, right? There were expectations from Master Duel, right, from the community that needed this product, and then Konami realized, you know, we can put out this product. Let's just provide them the bare minimum of what they need, and we could do that really well. That's what they did with Master Duel. Like, they had an audience to appease, and they did it very well. Like, they did it very well at a base level. The thing about Cross Duel is they had an audience to appease, and it's like, you know, I like, dude, they should have kept it a Japanese only game, man. They should have kept it a Japan only game, but the problem is, like you're so right, like Duel Links exposed the fact that like there's people all over the world like who will just wail on a banner in Cross Duel until they get everything, bro. And like, you think about it, like Konami did not have to do anything for Cross Duel, bro. They didn't do a KC Cup. They didn't do a Duelist Cup. They didn't do PvP events. Like, that is bizarre to me. Like, they did not even make it out of the infancy of game development. And that is so, like, I don't know, man. That is scary to me, bro. That is scary to me, bro. Like Cross Duel, it didn't even get past probably their first wave of what they had planned for the game. Master Duel's been out for over a year, bro. Like, is it really a mistake that nothing has come out? Like, I think that this is their model, bro. Like, this is their live service model going forward. Like, Cross Duel should absolutely scare the shit out of, like, people who actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! One of these Yu-Gi-Oh! Online games is their live service. Because, I don't know, Cross Duel flopping is just like, this is the game. Yeah, it's a legal simulator, yeah. Yeah, it's a legal simulator. I mean, it's a legal simulator, but, you know, it's a dog shit live service, you know? Because it's not just a simulator. It is a live service game. I think Konami has seen that DL and MD are carried by their communities and thought Cross Duel would be the same. Yeah. And I don't know, man. Like they did stuff. They clearly did things to try to garner a Cross Duel audience, and it did not work. And I know, like, Konami is a really like old-fashioned company. Like new things and new campaigns, they have to go through a command chain. Like, things have to work their way there. They have to make it through 6 people and everything. But come on, bro. Like influencer marketing, bro. Like still, like, that's the best you can do. Like, the game is dying. It has no players, bro. Like, I mean, it has the bare minimum of players. Like, yeah, they got their whales for a few months, but there's literally no talk about the game. No one is playing the game. Like, they're just releasing the sets that they probably had, like, backed up for release for months, and, like, that's it. Gotta love how in 6 months of the game being out, they didn't have a single survey for player feedback. Man, look, Brad. Yo, that it is absolutely insane how, like, and look, Brad, you were there. Like, after Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next, like, were the expectations for that game not, like, they were around the same of Master Duel? Like, it is absolutely crazy. Yeah, everything we've known since day one. 6 months worth of content just that we'll never see at the minimum. I mean, it's just crazy. But like, it just goes to show, like, their plan for Cross Duel was extremely limited. It was extremely limited, and they didn't really have much going for them. Like I was saying earlier, you know, they got off on Cross Duel without doing a PvP event, without doing KC Cup, Duelist Cup. You know, they didn't have anything. No systems reworks, nothing. They got off easier than Master Duel is getting off right now. Like I don't know, bro. Like for live service games, that would scare me. I could not invest in another Yu-Gi-Oh live service, seeing how they handle Cross Duel. And you know, I didn't want to talk because you know, people have been saying, you know, I shouldn't be talking negative like that, but like, you know, when they had the influencer tournament, you know, with the 4 Hearthstone streamers, like that was it, bro. That was it. Like trying to get those people to play the game is just, it's just like that was the last hope. Like they needed to see an uptick in player numbers from that stuff. I don't know. I just don't know how like you can expect the Western audience to really accept that. Like bro, that's crazy. It went from the sneak peek surprise at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next. Everyone watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next because everyone wanted to see Master Duel. Cross Duel was at the end. We get a beta for Cross Duel. We get no news. We get no news on Cross Duel whatsoever. Nothing until its surprise release. Absolutely crazy, bro. No marketing. No nothing. No release campaigns with content creators. No one playing the game. Like just absolutely nothing. Just released into a void. And left to fend for itself based on its own player numbers and like YouTube reach, because the only other place that it was getting promoted was like on Twitter and like Facebook, bro. Like that is just bizarre to me. I cannot believe. I just can't believe that, bro. I don't know. That's why I kind of tried to step away from Cross Duel. And when it did release for 2 months of the soft launch and then 3 months into the full launch, it had the same crashing issues as the beta. You know, Brad, that's something I had totally forgotten, right? That we actually had a soft launch, right? And that's how we were playing the game for the majority of the time. Like, we weren't even playing in the freaking, like, the game wasn't even actually out when we were playing. Like, it was just a soft, like, we were playing on other countries thing. So yeah, that was just crazy to me, really. Like, I don't know. I felt like all the care just like totally went out the window for Cross Duel, and they were, I don't know. I feel like it was a test to see like how much money can we make if we really just like prep 6 months of content for a game before it comes out, and then literally not touch it, and then just let the money come in. Like oh man, I don't know, man. This is why I think that everyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh, like, they should really start to look at Yu-Gi-Oh differently. Like, they should really begin to analyze Yu-Gi-Oh the way that Konami does when they decide, like, you know, what is going to be a thing. Like, what product are we going to create? Like, what game? How are we going to give this game resources? Because, I don't know, man. Like, it's just hard to get to, like, have faith in a lot of these projects with, like, with this stuff, because man, I was on Cross Duel, bro. I may not have been making content for it consistently, but I wanted it to succeed because I was having a lot of fun with the game in the beta and in the soft launch. I played the game a ton, but it was just not there, bro. Like it was just not there. And it was clear that they were not going to make the push to actually include the things that it needed to thrive in that space. Which is just bizarre, man. Like other games like that have existed, like Teppen. You know, Teppen had a really rough start. Like Teppen had a good start. A lot of us from Duel Links started playing Teppen, right? The RTS card game. And then we stopped playing it. But you know what Teppen did, dude? They started having tournaments. They started having world championships, bro. They started actually having competition. Like, the game actually fostered a competitive community through the company's direct development and trying to make the game better. And, you know, the game still exists. It may not be super duper popping, but the game exists still. Fuck. And Teppen's been out since 2018, 2019. That's been 4 years now, man. I don't see why it is so hard for Konami to make that kind of jump again. Like was Duel Links really that hard for them? I cannot buy that. Like, I cannot accept the fact that they can be worried at all about committing resources to a live service and actually commit to it, to making it better down the line after seeing how much money Duel Links has made them. Like, there's no way you're telling me that they can have any doubt in their ability to make a game succeed when they actually put the proper resources into, you know, supporting the live service. Like, how can they just, like, start up Cross Duel, give it the same slot as Master Duel and hype, and then just not support it? I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It's just really cringe. Hard to have PvP event if they can't find 4 people. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they don't have to have PvP event. Like, the thing is, and you know what the thing is, Nintendo Cat, like one of the main things I wanted from Cross Duel was PvP tag duels. And you know what the thing is, like, PvP tag duels, the game didn't even last long enough for them to ask you in a survey what features you would want. How can they improve the game? Like, the game did not even get that far. Like, and in my opinion, that is a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake. Like, they just developed this offshoot alternate format with no plans on how they're going to bring in the rest of the player base. No plans on how they're going to support and alter the live service going forward to actually make it more player. It's just, like, absolutely ridiculous, bro. It thought as long as I had a Yu-Gi-Oh name on it, it would sell, which backfired. I mean, the thing is, it's like come on, man, like they can't really think that. They can't really think that. But the weird thing is that even when announcing the shutdown of Cross Duel, they pushed those Cross Duel players to deal MD by offering gems and icons. Well, so the thing is, they don't want to lose you as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, right? The thing is, like, I'd say there's probably almost no organic Cross Duel players. I'd say, like, I mean, would you all agree with that? That out of all of the Cross Duel players, the amount of people who have played Cross Duel as their first Yu-Gi-Oh online game is probably a minority. I'd say most of the people have come from either Master Duel or Duel Links in some way, and they're trying out Cross Duel. I don't know. All those people kind of just, like, are they really gonna go, like, they just want to keep you as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you know? Which is just weird, man. It's just like, like, I know it's not gonna happen to Duel Links, right? Duel Links is never, at this point, Duel Links is not gonna get shut down. Master Duel is never gonna get shut down. But anything else that comes out for Yu-Gi-Oh online is literally up for the taking. It's literally ready to just be shut down at any moment for being unprofitable. It just seems as though they're admitting their fuck up. No, I don't think it was a fuck up. I don't think it was a fuck up on their part. I think it was a calculated, like, it was definitely a calculated risk. Konami will never admit to, like, actually, like, you know, they will never admit to actually, you know, disservicing the community or affecting it negatively or not doing enough to help it succeed. They will never do anything of that sort. But what happened here is they released an unfinished live service game, and now they're shutting it down. Probably because of business reasons. After seeing the revenue numbers, I'm not surprised they dropped it. Everyone in the Discord felt that EOS was going to happen, and we just expected it all to 1 year content. Yeah, didn't they report like a 21%, like Konami Digital Entertainment, like they reported a 21% decrease in their digital games revenue from last year to this year. I think that's correct. I skimmed that article like a month ago when it came out. I know you posted it on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, like, look, even that, it's just like, you know, it's clear that things are gonna happen. That game did not make money. There's no way that game made money, but they sunk a hell of a lot of resources into making it. They had to pay voice actors of all kinds of languages. They had to pay the programmers and the people to you know, to make the systems. They had to pay the artists and the graphic designers to make all the new assets, the 3D models, everything. It was a huge undertaking. Like, you cannot tell me that Cross Duel in any way was a quick cash grab game. There was way too much effort put into the foundation of the game, making it become a thing, right? Cross Duel came out of thin air. Like, maybe they had the assets, but like the entire idea of that for Yu-Gi-Oh, it was just like, what? Like, this is not something people wanted. Revenue was up, but profit was down, and then slashes their profit forecast for the year by 40% due to revision of the profit plan for some titles, which set off major alarm bells. Oh yeah, dude, look at that right there, dude. Slashes their profit forecast due to revision of the profit plan for some titles. Yeah, dude, that's literally like your game is getting fucking canceled, bro. Like, profit plan for some titles, bro. Like, if your game doesn't bring in this much profit, you're getting axed, bro. Like, that's it. Who was the game director for Cross Duel, and are they the same thing as Master Duel? Usually these games have game directors, but I want to see who is the game director. Oh, come on. Are they not going to tell me? Is it really not listed anywhere? Come on now. Who's the game director? Because the game director of Master Duel is the person who was in the Digital Next. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel game director. No, this is the composer. Who developed Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh! Senior producer Kenichi Kataoka. Okay, but this is not... This is just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Senior producer. Did he do... Master Duel Senior Producer. Okay, this says Master Duel Senior Producer. So did he do Cross Duel? We got stats from App Magic CD on mobile, made just over 2 million USD in 6 months with over 2 million users, which is fine for a gacha game if it didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh! IP attached to it, compared to Master Duel making 130 million on mobile in only 1 year. Jesus Christ. The thing is, though, like 2 million USD for 2 million users, you're absolutely correct, right? With Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's no way $2 million USD is enough. Like, that is chump change, bro. Chump, like $2 million? No way, bro. Like, some businesses bring in $2 million in a year. Like that is unacceptable for Cross Duel. And can you imagine how much money they had to put into the game to develop it? $2 million in 6 months? They were probably like, holy fuck, no, we cannot afford this. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Does a better job fixing Konami problems. Dude, wait, I'm gonna look up this guy right now, bro. Kenichi Takaoka Cross Duel. Let's see if he did anything with that. Just unveils Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel. Like, oh my god, bro. Dude, this guy's a ghost, bro. I'm gonna have to actually, like... I'm gonna have to actually like find this man somewhere. Like, I'm gonna have to like look at like Japanese like LinkedIn or something to find out who the fuck worked on Cross Duel. Because these guys are well hidden, bro. Deal makes like 2 million USD in a month still, bro. Duel Links makes 2 million USD in a day when the new box comes out. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That new box comes out, you know Konami makes 5 million on that day. The only public interview we had for Cross Duel was with Yuya Takanagi, who's just listed as developer. I would just want to know like what these people do within Konami, like how is success measured? Like how is success measured within Konami? How do things like this become a thing, and why is their approach to the live service game model so like laissez-faire and bare bones? Like it's fucking embarrassing, bro. Like, come on, you got other games out here like throwing free resources and reward tracks and rewards and reasons for you to play the game multiple hours a day. There's still no system in any Yu-Gi-Oh! Live service game that promotes that motivates you to play multiple duels in a day, to many duels in a day. Like, there's no reward track that you can progress. Sure, you have the Duelist Pass and fucking Master Duel, but oh my god, bro, like, are you really gonna call that a live service reward track? You level it up once and you're done. That's it, and you do daily missions. Come on now. You could do a little more than that, don't you think? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. It's like, yeah, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is expected to bring in more than $2 million in 6 months, a game with the Yu-Gi-Oh! IP attached to it. Yeah, guess what, bro? A basic-ass card game on my computer or on my phone, I expect it to do way more than just let me play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's got the Yu-Gi-Oh! IP attached to it. Like, immerse me in Yu-Gi-Oh!, bro. That's my big issue with like stuff like Master Duel, man. It's just like the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum because they know a certain crowd is going to be okay with that. And that's why Cross Duel flopped. Also, Cross Duel really wanted to make some easy money, though. Why the hell didn't they have a battle pass, daily jump pass, like literally any other gacha game under the sun? Yeah, Brad, there was a lot of things missing, even in the beta, right? That was one of the main things that we pointed out in the beta, that, you know, there was not many gem sources. There was not much reason to play the game after doing your daily quests unless you wanted to rank up. Like, again, it was just missing so many of the systems to promote prolonged play every day, which is what gacha games should seek to do. Duel Links does it underhandedly because Duel Links knows you're going to have to grind the characters, and that's going to be a lot of your like prolonged playtime. But the thing is, you know, Master Duel and Cross Duel, they do not have these systems, and Cross Duel did not have these systems. And, you know, Cross Duel, it needed those systems really, really badly. But the thing is, they did not want to give people, you know, extra reward sources, because then that would lower the amount of money that you would likely spend. You know, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel beta on my phone, you know, but I did not play Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel on my phone when it came out. The only time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel was on an emulator for videos, or like to rank up or build decks for a cup for a video or two. Like, that's it, man. Like, the thing is, like, there's no way that they could get me to play Cross Duel on my phone. The experience is just, it was just too clunky. It was unoptimized. And I don't know, it just did not, enough thought did not go into making the Cross Duel experience viable and fun on a mobile device. And for a mobile game, bro, that's everything. Like, Cross Duel is so much better on PC. I'm like, it's like, why did they not release the game on Steam as well? Like, I mean, of course, you know, there's a reason for that, you know. Then you have to do Steam licenses, you gotta make a PC port, everything. It's more development time, more work, of course. But, you know, The game does not play well on mobile. You know, most mobile devices are not like, they don't have fucking like Samsung Galaxy, the latest Samsung Galaxy battery. They don't have like, you know, crazy battery life, stuff like that. And Cross Duel eats you up, bro. And if you're playing on the go, forget it. You're not getting in more than 1 or 2 Cross Duels. So I don't know. I really just think everything about the game was handled really poorly. It's a real shame too, man, because I really liked a lot of the new stuff they were doing with the forest and the lanes and stuff, the Galaxy Eye stuff. I had to figure with how much money Deal was making on Steam from the relatively small player base it had on there that a PC version would have been a lock. The thing is, like with new stuff like this, like I can already tell like the like Duel Links, it didn't always have a PC port, and it probably wasn't going to, except for the fact that the game like proved to be immensely profitable initially, right? And you know, Cross Duel, I don't think it reached that. I think with Cross Duel, it was just far too experimental for them to just come in and be like, all right, we're gonna do a PC port with it as well. If I'm going to play an RTS on PC, I'm going to play a good one. I mean, well, there's no good Yu-Gi-Oh! RTS, so not anymore. Oh, God. Duel Links got a PC port after 2 years. I mean, yeah, but you know why it took 2 years? Because Duel Links was profitable, and then it had its major competitions. It had its major boiling point where like they were like, all right, if the game is not successful after this, we're not doing anything like this for it again. But if it is, then we'll continue to support it. And Duel Links passed the test, bro. It passed the vibe check. Cross Duel did not pass the vibe check. But I don't really think that was Cross Duel's fault. It was just like, it was just set up for failure. Like, they did not put the proper resources into making making sure it would succeed. Nowhere near. DL's PC port took 1 year. They got on that super quick. Yeah, I believe it was on 2017, right? Was there a vibe check for Cross Duel though? I mean, the vibe check for Cross Duel was like internally, like they were probably. It wasn't like a possible. Not possible. It wasn't like a public vibe check. It was kind of just like yo, like this game is like sleeper right now. Like our metrics across like places where we could track it, like searches, like Google Trends, like probably no one is fucking searching Cross Duel. No, like Cross Duel probably had no downloads on like their respective mobile stores, right? Not much revenue. Like 2 million in 6 months is nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Like little shit gacha game companies that start off and make an addicting game, they make 6 million. They make 2 million in 6 months. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't do with that. Those are little. That's chump change for them. Vibe check was if Cross Duel doesn't earn like $50 million in 2022, we gotta shut it down. Yeah, that's honestly exactly what it was. But the thing is, it didn't even like it wasn't even out for many months, right? It was out like September, right? September it launched, so it was out maybe like 5 months total if you include the soft launch, right? So it wasn't even that much, bro. Like, and can you imagine, bro? Like, they locked it. They region locked the game for like 2-3 months. Who was that helping? Who were they helping by region locking the game for 3 months and then not adding anything after the soft lock? Who did that help? It certainly didn't help the players. And looking at it now, it certainly didn't help Konami, bro. Bro, only 3 countries could play the game for 3 months. Why? Why was that a thing? They killed all the hype of the game doing that, bro. Like, it was 9 months. Not 9 months. 11 months between the beta, the very first beta, and the release, the full launch. That is crazy, bro. Like, why? I know that those gotcha games be launching in like Singapore and certain countries 3 months before, but bro, if there was a ticking time bomb on Cross Duel and they're like, you need to make money off of this game, why could the whole world not play it for 3 months, bro? It just does not make sense. All right, I'm getting us in the game. Make it make sense, Konami. I mean, it's just like totally blows my mind, bro. Cool concept, bad execution. Yup. I mean, shit, man. I don't know how they could fuck it up. Like after like, oh, like I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about Cross Duel, like shut it down, like, cause I don't know. I feel like I feel like I get a lot of the flack in the community for being like, anti Konami business practices. And like, man, like if there is nothing else that has happened in the community in the past few years to prove Konami's like incompetence in actually trying to make a game a hit using Yu-Gi-Oh, this is it. This is their biggest failure in recent years, and this should not be understated. There is no reason Konami should have let Cross Duel fail. There is no reason that it should have failed. It had everything going for it. Well, Konami has been terrible forever. What are you talking about? I'm just saying, like I feel like they've been terrible, but I just feel like in the digital game space now with Master Duel, I feel like a lot of the public opinion like has changed around it. Like the game, like Konami is no longer being watched with a magnifying glass like they were when we were playing Duel Links, when it was just Duel Links. Everyone's playing Sprite, bro. Oh my god. Konami only cares about pachinko. Yeah, I know. I know that stuff, but I'm just like I feel like a lot of people don't get it. It's just like Yu-Gi-Oh is not like it exists now. Like I feel like a lot of people do not understand the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh is being like the other facets of Yu-Gi-Oh are being used now to make this seem more profitable by them putting in less effort. And by like as an extension, they're putting out really bad bare bones products, and like people are just eating them the fuck up. And then they're getting people who like come from the TCG who like they have no like investment, like the Konami's live server. They're like they don't care. They're just detached from that, and they're just like parroting the same like positive talking points and sentiment. And I don't know, I'm someone who likes to think that over time, Duel Links has gotten better as a game. Maybe not because of the fact that we're open about our opinions, but maybe the fact that over time they saw that, hey, if we make these changes that make the game a little bit better, then more people will be playing the game, the reception will be more positive, people will be talking about it more. Reskin Genshin Impact with Yu-Gi-Oh and see if that works. Honestly, the thing is, bro, like if they did that shit, like people would play it. People would 100% play it. The thing is, like, I wouldn't have a problem with it Like, I would play it, but I don't know. I would still want it to be good. I wouldn't spend money on it. I would interact with it in the same way that I interact with Master Duel, right? I like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Product. A lot of people are playing it. If I'm having fun, I'm going to play it too. My issue is just like, you know, when it's just dog shit, you know? When it's dog shit. That's my issue, I guess. When it's just bad, bro. You know, Cross Duel was like that. It was just bad. Like it was just not good enough. It just was not worth your time at any point. Like your time was not being respected at any point of Cross Duel's existence. I think this is top 8. Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Impact, I would play the fuck out of that, bro. I would play the fuck out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Impact, bro. The thing is, though, like, that will never happen. Like, I don't know, bro. That shit will never happen, bro. That is such a massive undertaking. Konami barely had enough faith in Master Duel to put fucking, like, the few live service, like, additions that it has. Like, there's no way they'll fucking take that much of an L up front to make a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Impact. Cross Duel concept was fun, but the monetization was absolute trash. They killed themselves by being too greedy. Yeah. It was just basic gacha, you know? What do you think they'll do about the leaked Rush Duel mode and or future app? I don't know, man. The thing is, like, the thing is, like, if they are making another app, right? If they do make a Rush Duel mode app, I hope it's Japan only. I hope it doesn't come to the West. And I hope no one expects us to play it if it comes out, because, you know, it's going to be Cross Duel 2.0. And, you know, it's sad that, you know, future Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital titles have to have that connotation around it. Are we still talking about Cross Duel? Well, what would you like me to talk about? Fucking Sprite versus Brandon Despia, bro? I mean, I can do that, but I don't know. But leaked Rush Duel mode, I don't know. I hope they just add Rush Duels to Duel Links. I hope they just add Rush Duels to Duel Links. Make it work. Honestly, in Duel Links, I just want them to put shit into the game and worry about making it balanced later, bro. If they're going to do one good thing after this, just take all those resources from Cross Duel, just put everyone on the Duel Links team, bro. Just literally let the Duel Links team absorb all those people. Like, don't even waste your time moving them, putting them on the Rush Duel app team. Don't put more resources on the Rush Duel app. It's going to flop, bro. Don't do that. Just use the Cross Duel team to develop Rush Duel World. Rush World, okay? just put them in the dungeon and make them develop Rush World. Like, that's it, bro. That's all they got to do. These live service games are scary for anyone who spends money. They pulled the plug fast on Cross Duel, and if they see any games not meet expectations, rip. The content assets were really good at Cross Duel. I love a Joey and Larman Duel Links. Bro, the fucking assets in Cross Duel are unmatched. Some of the best that we have in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of the art looks better than the stuff in Duel Links. So yeah, it's a huge L on that front. Also, Icon Team are too good. Yeah, they are cracked, bro. Those artists, they need to bring them to Duel Links, bro. They need those people immediately. The Duel Links, like, NPCs, they look so bland. Our icons, I think Duel Links looks so outdated, bro. Everything just reeks of fucking like just outdated like 5-year old like please like give Duel Links a facelift. Like they gave us the text font change, but the rest of Duel Links UI, it needs a little bit of a facelift. It look like keep the same themes, but just crispin it up a little bit. You know, that's it. Just crispin it up. But again, you know, put those freaking Cross Duel devs to work, man. Those Cross Duel graphic designers, they are really talented, man. Cross Duels was not like they had to make a lot of that shit from the ground up, and not all of it looks amazing, but they, you know, just their time and resources would be just better spent on making Duel Links just like look amazing. Like, dude, they could easily make like icons something people care about in Duel Links, like prismatic, like transforming icons or something. Or oh my god, like just thinking of what they could do. DL still give Konami many bags of money so they won't do anything good for the game. Well, the thing is, I don't think Duel Links will be getting any sweeping new quality of life changes lately, just because of how I think that one of the biggest complaints that the community's had over the years, of course, the biggest one is how expensive the game is, right? And not having crafting. Those are the biggest ones that don't even need to be said. But I'd say the next one down is game balance, and I think Konami has gotten way better at game balance than they have in the past. However, like in me saying that, I do think that their latest choice to buff Phantom Knights based on like Raid Raptors not being able to carry the rank up the rank up magic mechanic, I think that that's kind of like bullshit, bro. Like I think they made Phantom Knights good again because they were like, well, like we're not going to be able to sell anything if we just bring out Raid Raptors, so let's just put all this shit together. And I don't know, maybe it does work thematically, but you know me, guys, I'm a hater. Like I literally just hate the fact that like Phantom Knights are good again, but they've already been good, and they didn't even try to preemptively balance them so that they could like work into the meta and not just be the dominant deck. Like I feel like that was totally a 100% revenue-based decision, a revenue-based game balance decision. And I think that if they keep doing that, it's gonna start fucking up the game again. But Phantom Knights was the first time I really saw they did that. Maybe you could say they did that with Salomon Great as well, right? Like trying to get people to buy the new shit, just releasing it completely busted. Right, super annoying stuff that was limited just last year is free, while stuff on the ban list that's limited for years is still banned. Look, Nintendo Cat, look, I look at you in chat, right? And I tried, and like in the Discord as well, and I try to gauge like my like kind of like tinfoil hat thoughts based on like if you just like agree with me or if you push back. And look, even you're agreeing with me on that, bro. Like come on. That's crazy. Phantom Knights were just busted last year, limited. They give them 4 boosts in their power, and they don't limit them preemptively, saying we're gonna get support for Phantom Knights, so we're gonna put one of their cards back on the ban list, huh? It's like fucking crazy, bro. It's like totally money driven game balance decision. Like that is totally disgusting. And that was definitely a meeting, bro. It was 100%. We need to sell something in this box. We're not giving them the Raid Raptor cards. The deck needs to succeed. Let's put in Phantom Knight support as well and give them a busted skill. And let's not limit any of their cards. Let's not revert any of their limits back to where they were a year ago. Let's not do any of that. Let's just make the deck busted tier 1. So people will guaranteed buy the bundle. They'll guaranteed buy the box. They need it. Crazy, bro. The 3 best traps of the game are all in the selection box exclusives. Yeah, man. I mean, you see that's the thing, right? Like, you give Konami you give them the benefit of the doubt in certain places, and then they go and ruin it, bro. Like I did think things were looking up for Duel Links. They really were, but like you guys are saying, like Phantom Knights, man, getting rebuffed without being preemptively balanced. Ice Dragon's Prison as the freaking selection box card. That means there's 3 busted limit 3 traps. They're all in the selection box. Like, come on, bro. Meta isn't bad. No, the meta's not bad. It's just the fact that, you know, I feel like certain decisions around game balance are made based around money, which I do not think should be the case. I don't think it should be the case at all. Y'all remember Karakuri merch is still at 1, bro? I mean, look, you already know why, bro. They can't sell you no more Karakuri cards. That's why. They can't sell you a Karakuri card. They're not gonna go unlimit no Karakuri card, bro. Like, what Karakuris do we not have in the game? There's 2 Karakuris we don't have in Duel Links. It's Burebu and Shirokushini. These are the only 2 Karakuris we have, and we don't have the effect monster because it's a quick effect, and we don't have the synchro because why don't we have the synchro? It says special summon a Karakuri. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed, and defense cannot be destroyed. Battles in the face of Karakuri monster you control is changed. You can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. Well, that's why we don't have that card. It's fucking broken. The other point that made me mad is this purposeful action to don't bring good cards to make some decks good, like Rockets or Raid Raptors. They purposely skipped over Striking Dragon and good boss monsters to Raid Raptors. Yeah, they did. They did that on purpose. And I think that it just really sucks in Raid Raptors' case because Raid Raptors have access to their rank 6, but the problem is like Raid Raptors just did not get any tools to succeed. Like, we didn't get Fog Blade obtainable in Phantom Knights. So do you know what Konami did? They gave us Phantom Strategy, which gives you Fog Blade in the deck. You know, why don't we have something for Raid Raptors that just gives you like a fucking insane tool, utility tool for Raid Raptors that you would not have access to otherwise, that you can now use to get you out of a situation? Like, Raid Raptors desperately need anything like that. Like, they fucking suck. They have no good effects. They can do nothing. They have no quick effects. Like, if you just flip them down, you clog up their field, they can't do shit, bro. They're like a 2020 Xyz deck. They literally do nothing. Like, you couldn't give them anything, bro? Like, huh? You couldn't just give them like the counter trap set or something, like, or like, or just something, bro. I don't know. Like it was just like not playing. You know, Rockets kind of the same. I feel like Rockets were a little bit more complete when they released, just because they're a different kind of deck than Raid Raptor. They're not all in on their one strategy. They have a few different like they have a few different like options. This room is not ready yet, it looks like. Alright guys, fixing real quick. Still the same. We got Solomon Gray and Knights before old decks like Shadow. Was Konami afraid? I don't know, bro. Winda is kind of like Shadows are kind of just they're too good at doing that Duel Links play style. You know what I mean? Just to sit behind back row and like survive on set cards in 3 back row. Like I feel like Shadows are just too good at that play style, and that play style is like known for being toxic in Duel Links. I think that's why they kind of just forewent that entire. All right. Mathmex. Oh, add Ignisters. Okay. They're just using Mathmex as extenders. Oh no, looks like they're playing Mathmex. Whoa, was that Cursed Dragon Swordsman or whatever? I forget what that guy is called. Gaia the Dragon Champion. That's what it's called. Can't forget him. Gaia the Dragon Champion. No audio. What do you mean there's audio? You're tripping. DCG has outs for Winda, yet it's still a floodgate. Yeah. Audio dying. Really? Okay. Let's see if we can figure it out. What's going on here? Audio is fine for me? Yeah, bro. That's what I thought, bro. I was like, huh? Like, I'm literally looking at my OBS. This shit looks fine. Hey, bro, can you sing It's a Beautiful Day? Yeah, if you donate $10. It should bring Solomon Great Rage and Spinny to DL. What the fuck, bro? Like, nah, we can't have those cards yet. The thing is, like, that's the unfortunate part as well, right? Like, new archetypes also kind of have to remain some kind of crippled because so much of the game is full of just old decks that a lot of people's accounts are just full of old decks and they can't really compete because new people join in and they have new decks and they feel like they can't really do anything because their new decks are just, their old decks are just not good enough. And they don't just want to like release every new archetype with like all of their cards, because then if you don't have any of those archetypes, like, and you, let's say you spent literally all your gems, you unlocked every character on your account, you spent all your account's gems, and all you have is fucking like dog shit old decks to see stealth attack, you've got freaking magnets. It's like, dude, you're not doing anything. So that's why I think like they still like limit decks beforehand. Just because there's so much of the player base who is just like never gonna have the shit that they need. Oh, these guys are not even in the room yet. My god. It's been 6 minutes, bro. Start a new account. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, that's why I be telling people just to start a new account. You know, there's no reason in staying connected to your account. Like, your account means nothing. It's just like, and this is a, but the thing is, like, so many people that I know who like are just like, oh yeah, I want to play Duel Links. Like, yeah, oh my god, like they get on Duel Links, they spend all their gems on like structure decks or like the first box they see, and then they're like, oh no, I don't want to restart my account. I just want to play on it. Like, I just want to keep my account. I'm like, bro, like why, bro? Like people just don't get it, bro. Like, they don't get it. Like, Konami wants you to, like, they want you to make those quick and rash decisions with no prior information, so that when you use your brain, the only thing that you can think of is either delete the game or spend money on the game. Like, they filter you, they just want to filter you out real quick. There's merit to having a majority of your cards on one account, though. I mean, the thing is, if you're actually like, you know, if you're actually invested in the account, you know, and you actually play. But the thing is that I'm saying is, like, if you're an old ass player who was playing in 2018, like you were playing every day back then, and you've done all your characters, you have no gems, like, what is there for you now? You have to rely on events and reward campaign gems and dream tickets to build the decks, to build the new decks. Like, I don't know, you're kind of just fucked as a player, you know? I personally don't want to grind a new account, but I also enjoy playing Salads and Goki, so I'm good. I mean, the thing is, right, I wouldn't expect you to... The thing is, I'm not talking about people who, like, their accounts are kind of current. I'm talking about, like, people whose decks are, like... Whose accounts are, like, years removed. Like, 3, 4 years... 3, 4, 5 years removed from actively playing. But my playmats, bro, my playmats. Yeah, I have a lot of playmats on my account. Some playmats are gone. They should add a way to get some old ones. Nah, bro, I like my exclusive playmats. I don't play this often because all my old decks were murdered by the ban list of last year or two. Yeah, that's what happens, bro. I mean, Konami was really bad at game balance back then, and it shows, you know? It shows because they just had to murder every single deck that came out. They did not know what they were doing. The murder deck's too fast. I come with new ones only on main boxes. It's so cringe. I mean, yeah, the problem like is that the game can be like they can release cards in a way that would quickly expedite like how quickly the game power creeps, but that method of releasing cards is not as profitable. I don't think it is. Because if good cards for old archetypes start coming out every single month, right? If every month a new old deck gets its missing support, like, I don't know, like, it would be a really good thing. However, I think that they would run out of cards after like a year of doing it. How many months do you guys think it would take for them to take like old meta decks and release their missing support, not busted? Like if they did it every month, or maybe let's say this, maybe 1 month there's actually a deck where the meta box comes out, and then the next month they're just like support that an old deck that like 3 old decks need to basically compete with new decks. I think that that's how they should alternate it, to be honest, but I don't know. They probably do make a lot more money with the current model. Them just releasing whatever the fuck and just collecting the bread off that. Are we talking about releasing support for legacy archetypes? So you could call a legacy archetype what you will. You could call Triamids a legacy archetype. You could call Magnus a legacy archetype. I don't care. That's why I still enjoy the game every time I know there's a new archetype I'm interested in doing account. So I play all the decks and more easy and Master Duel. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't like in Duel Links, I would say I don't care, right? But that's why I still play Duel Links. Like as long as they release the decks that I want and I can play them in some capacity, I feel like most of the time, as long as I don't have to wait more than a year, like I did with Galaxy Eyes, as long as I don't have to wait a year plus for the deck that I want to play to actually like come out and like be playable, then I'm down for it. But in the perfect example, the case of Galaxy Eyes, like fucking deck comes out a year afterwards, and I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Last time I checked Chinese Duel Links, there was 14 meta decks. God damn. I'm cool with legacy support. Just don't give them stupid one-sided skill drain to make the deck better. Yeah. $14 meta decks is a lot. Oh my god, bro. This is a sprite mirror. This is so fun, bro. Would love some new tune cards. I forgot about that. It's just gacha illegal in China? Yeah, it is, but Konami partnered with NetEase to actually get the game released and following Chinese regulations, so Chinese Duel Links is official. Remember when they gave us ace cards for free until 5Ds or actual good free-to-play decks like Cyber Angel? Well, you know, again, there was an opportunity with 5Ds that they didn't have with Zexal. Like with Zexal, they kind of just released supporting cards for the archetypes, and the chips kind of just fell where they did, and Cyber Angels became good because of what they had access to. But the thing is, like, with 5Ds, when that came out, they realized, like, okay, like, if we go from GX to 5Ds, like, the ace monsters of each character in GX, they are nowhere near as iconic as the 5 Saturn Dragons. So we need to be able to capitalize off of the release of the 5 Saturn Dragons. And how do you do that? By not giving you access to the 5 Saturn Dragons and making you buy them and spacing out the release between these highly coveted cards. This, I feel like this was the main thing that started like the dark, what I will call the dark ages of Duel Links, right? Like when Konami realized that this was going to be their strategy going forward for ace monsters forever, and then copying that same mechanic towards like just releasing competent cards generally, that started the dark age of Duel Links. The release of 5D's World was the dark ages. Level 30 Gem Reward got removed. They took away ace monsters for free. They only released them every other box, you know. It's crazy how in Duel Links lately, we know what's in the new box like last minute before we could prepare for that box. Well, the thing is, yes and no. Like, the thing is, now I feel like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, like, typically when there is a box that has like a campaign around it, like a character or an archetype around it, you know about it weeks before it comes out, because you know this character is coming out, this box is going to have this character and this character's archetype support in it. You know, so this is how I know if it's going to be a skip or not. And for the most part, most boxes as of late, we've been able to predict them 100% like that. Maybe not the specific one-off cards in the boxes, but thematically, we've been able to predict them. Just like this one, like, we don't know what's going to be in this box, but we know it's going to be Time Lords, and it's going to be Stardust Quasar. Maybe some Stardust Junk support cards as well, and, you know, the rest is just going to be mini box filler, because that's what happens in mini boxes, you know? It's an event character, maybe little bits of another archetype, and then box filler. They would have an amazing goodwill with the community if they gave us ace cards for free. The community and Konami would be better for Miles. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they should have done that. I think that would have been a bad idea just for their money. But the thing is, like, we didn't have competent strategies for so long, bro. Like you couldn't synchro summon. You couldn't actually... I mean, you could synchro summon, but the thing is, like, you would actually have to go out of your way to synchro summon. Like, there were no synchro decks in Duel Links for months. There was no synchro deck in the game. There was the one Blue Eyes build that went into Azure Eyes every now and then. And that was the only synchro deck in the game. Like the archetype just flopped, bro. Like and the first box had like so many of the foundational. It had like the basic bare bones synchro monsters from like some of the first 5D sets, like Flame Veil Uruquisias. It had X Sabers in it, and all of these archetypes just never became a thing. Like X Sabers never became a deck. They even got more support later on. Just never became a deck. Blue Eyes did their thing. You know, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Power Tool Dragon, Morphtronics, even Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Dragon Archfiend was not a deck until it got the busted Resonator mini box, you know, along with its skill. Like that's what made that deck overpowered. TG? I don't know, bro. TG was playable, but like, you know, it wasn't even the first year of 5Ds. TG was not the first year of 5Ds. I don't count TG because Antinomy did not come out until 2020, right? Or did it come out in 2019? Let's look it up. Antinomy. Antinomy event 2020. This is his roaming event, bro. July 21st, 2020. 5Ds released September 2018, bro. 2 years. Almost 2 years. 2 years, bro. DSOD was out. Zexal comes out. Dude, July 2021st, Zexal's coming out next month. 2 years it took them to put Antinomy in the game from 5D's release. Antinomy was one of the first solely competent anime synchro decks. Stardust was not even competent. What is the name of that structure deck? What is the name of that Stardust junk structure deck? I'm gonna look it up right now. Junk Converter's in it. When did that one release? Let's see. Junk Converter. Stardust Nexus. Stardust Nexus. When does it come out? When did it come out? 2021! Stardust Nexus came out 3 years! 3 years after 5Ds. This is the main character of 5Ds. This is the first time their deck is viable. What about the Red Daemon's Dragon box, right? Red Resonator. Red Resonator is from Soul of Resurrection, right? So this is not the box. This is not the box. We need Crimson Resonator. Crimson Resonator. Crimson Resonator. King of Vermilion. August 21. 3 years! 3 years! 3 years. Bro, you had to wait 3 years to play Jack Atlas? Huh? And win duels? You had to wait 3 years to play Yusei or Jack and win duels? Huh? Huh? What the fuck, bro? Nah, bro. That's fucking cap, bro. 3 years. It took them 3 years to add these cards. Like, come on, bro. It's ridiculous. And in these boxes, Xyz summoning is already a thing by the time these boxes come out. There's no Xyz monsters in these fucking boxes. I don't give a shit about Xyz monsters. At this point, Xyz summoning has been out for a year. And guess what? Kamel is making his video about how he hates how they're re-releasing all these synchro archetypes when it's supposed to be about Pendulum, bro. Like, and then Harpies comes out. Like, this is just ass backwards, bro. Like, because they couldn't move the game forward and actually balance it when these cards came out, 3 years down the road, we have to get synchro cards. Like they're just too slow. They're just making up for the time they lost, not knowing how to release cards 3 years ago. It's like fucking, it's so stupid, bro. It's so stupid. Now we only have to wait like 6 months to a year. Now we basically only have to wait like 6 months for a new deck to comes out to actually get its full power. 6 months, maybe 10 months to a year, right? Something like that. And then by the end of the year, the deck is usually pretty good, and then it needs to get nerfed. It's where the first good synchro deck was 6 Scams, a non-anime related deck. But the thing is, 6 Scams were always going to be good, because 6 Sams was one of the best synchro decks of all time in the TCG. It's one of the best synchro summoning decks to ever be released. And Konami did not know how to make skills back then, right? They were not making skills the same way that they are now. You know, they did not know how to take, you know, bad cards and then use a skill to make them viable. They didn't know how to do that. That wasn't something that they were looking into. So they just released really good 6 Sam cards, and they were fucking overpowered as hell, and they had to nerf all of them. You know, and in the next year, it was Onomats. And Onomats was... you really see... Like, you can honestly track where Konami learned their lessons with like game balance. Sam's broken cards had no reason that shouldn't have added those cards. I think they definitely should have added 6 Sams to Duel Links. But the problem was that 6 Sams was the only good synchro deck, and none of the other synchro decks, none of the other decks in the game at the time even came close. Onomats was overpowered because they reworked their skill to be extremely good, right? And then it got nerfed after that. Like, Onomats didn't have amazing cards in their archetype, so people went outside of the archetype for everything. They had the good skill, but then they were like, wait, we don't even need to use Onomat boss monsters. Like, we can just make like these crazy ones like Rhinoceros and stuff like that. So like the skill broke Onomats when the cards failed them. And the cards succeeded 6 Sams when there were no good skill, like there were no extremely good skills. And then when 6 Sams got nerfed, then, you know, they started using those generic skills, because you can't use character skills for 6 Sams because they got no character. So you got to use the best abuse generic skill that you can. And for a long time, it was light and dark, right? After 5Ds, we had DSOD. Yeah. Onomats took a while to be tier 0. Yeah, they did. They took a long time. They took a long time. Onomats had the skill. Xyz monsters had True Nade. No Onomats boss monsters. Yeah. Stardust still not competent. Yeah, Stardust has never... It has the... What I called competent was just like them being able to play the deck. Because Stardust Nexus, it kind of set the deck up for like actual plays that would let it like win duels. But then the whole like Shooting Star Dragon thing, that is when the deck really took like Stardust Nexus with Shooting Star Dragon. That's when the deck started to take off, but I don't know, it was still missing a lot of stuff. Like even now with the rework skill, it's just not enough, bro. Like it's just not enough. And I don't even know if Quasar is gonna... I don't even know if Quasar is gonna be enough for it, because with the new Quasar skill, you're gonna lose so much. You're not gonna get guaranteed, you know, Junk Converter. You're gonna have to hard draw a lot of your initial synchro materials. So we will see how good it is, man. It's just really crazy, bro. Like they're fighting an uphill battle trying to make the old decks good now, but it's like, well, the old decks have no business being good now because they've had their time already and it's kind of past, like, you know? They don't, like, it's not the time to try to fucking make Stardust Shooting Star Quasar, like, it's not the time to make Time Lords busted, bro. Like, we should have been playing Time Lords 3 years ago. We should have been playing Time Lords in 2020. You know, it's 2023, bro. Like, come on. It's been 5 years since Yusei was added. 4.5 years since Yusei was added to Duel Links. Why are we still playing his card? Like, why is there going to be a whole, like, AC Cup, everything themed around Yusei, bro? Like, you know, when they have a character event like this, you know they theme the KC Cup after that character, bro. There's gonna be a mat and it's gonna have Yusei on it, bro. Like, I hate that shit. Like you're like shitty ass, lazy ass fucking game design. Like, this is what we have to look forward to now. Like, holy fuck. Like, they're gonna try their best. Like, I don't know if y'all read that leaked Reddit skill, bro, but it has like 4 effects. It has like 4 effects because the Yusei cards are so dog shit that the skill needs 4 effects to compete with anything else. Like, that is just fucking crazy. I hope when the box comes out, I hope when the box gets revealed tonight after shot maintenance, I hope they reveal the lifetime skill too, bro, because sheesh. I want to read that essay of a lifetime skill and see how they're going to try to make Quasar viable. Paradox and Malefics came out way too late. Yeah, bro, that's clearly like a fucking, like, dude, that's ridiculous. Like, that's a fucking event that should have been out. That should have been out, man. It's so good to bring stuff late like Jinzo. Yeah, I mean, look, when did Esperoba come out? We could look that up real quick. Because Esperoba, I was very active in the game when Esperoba was added to Duel Links. I think he was 2018 as well. I think he was one of the last 2018 characters. Yeah, look at that, bro. Wait, no. No. December 9th, 2018 is Secrets of the Agents. But no, I want Esperoba. Esperoba roaming event. February 13th, 2018, bro. Wow, dude. This is around the time where I started playing Duel Links again. So Esperoba, I don't know, Esperoba wasn't too far off. Like, roaming is, of course, it's not obtainable, but, you know, they're still running around. And Pulse Mines was in this event too, man. Oh man, dude. I remember this event, bro. I remember that. Jinzo was October 18th. Yeah, that was Jinzo, though. That was when he was unlocked, so I guess... Wow, he had 6 months, bro. Fuck, he was 6 months between his roaming and his first event? Holy shit, that's fucked, bro. That is so fucked. See, I don't think we get situations like that anymore, bro. 6 months? That's kind of crazy, bro. And his new ace, Jinzo. Yeah, October 9th, the Duel Carnival. Yeah, this is it. What a time, bro. What a time. The game was just... Damn, the game was so different back then. I mean, it was the same, but it was different. But it was the same. It was with one copy of Jinzo versus a heavy trap meta. Yeah, man, trap meta back then was ridiculous. Like, you couldn't escape it. Yeah, every roaming we get now is unlockable 1 month after. I know, bro. Quinton is... In April, Quinton is unlockable. We just had his roaming. And you know what that means? It's because they need to fucking sell shit. They need to sell you shit, man. You don't think the April box is gonna be a tie-in with Quinton? It damn sure is. The April box, the April main box, is gonna be a tie-in with Quinton. It's gonna have his boss monster. He's gonna have a skill. Like, it's gonna be crazy. They need to keep it. They're trying to keep it up every month. They have a character. They have to have the roaming for the next character in that same month. They have to. The thing is now we're missing. So I don't think we have a roaming for this month, do we? We have Revolver returning. Revolver is returning, and Quentin is getting unlocked. Who is Quentin's ace? Number 9 is in the game. Yeah, it is number 9, Dyson Spear, but I think they might give him a new ace. A lot of people are saying that he's gonna have Cosmo support or something like that. It's gonna be a machine box because Orcus are gonna be in. Orcus got the rarity changes, so it's gonna be a machine adjacent box. So I would be interested to see what we get. I hope we get Cosmo cards. I would love to get Cosmo support like Dark Destroyer and Cosmotown, or Dark Eclipser, like whatever they want to give us. I think that's another deck that's just been absolutely butchered because we literally have like half of the deck. Yeah, I love this character as well. Konami skipped that arc. Yeah, they just... Well, the thing is, they didn't really entertain that arc because, like, in order for them to be antagonists in the game, they'd have to acknowledge, like, where the characters are in the standing. And to my knowledge, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal World does not follow the story of... It doesn't follow the chronological order. Like, Zexal is the first anime where, like, the characters realize that they are in Duel Links, and the events taking place in Duel Links, like, are after the series has already happened. So there was kind of, like, no reason for them to retread with those characters, because they didn't have to, like, go and deal with Vetrix or anything like that, like they do with 5Ds. How, like, in 5Ds, they're going through the entire story. Triggered Wicked with Lava Golem. Oh shit. He did. We can see where darts are. No, I hope we don't. I hope they don't do that. That would be such a wasted year. I mean, DSOD was bad enough. I felt like DSOD was real, like... It was interesting because they gave us access to more strategies, but we were already so far behind with the game at that time. Like, Duel Links had no identity in DSOD. I feel like the interest in the game as a whole was so dead. That's why the next year they had to really ramp things up on the anime side, because DSOD basically having nothing to tie people to anime except for, like, Blue Eyes being good. Like, that's the one thing about DSOD, right? Blue Eyes was good, but that's about it. Like, there was nothing else notable about DSOD, and I think, like, after that, that's when they really amped up the anime sentiment. Like, every box had to have some type of anime something, like the character tie-in started happening every single box. Like, you'll note, we didn't have any DSOD tie-in boxes. The only one that we had was the Joey cards getting released in that one box around the time of the character. That was the only time they did something like that, and I think they did it with Yugi as well. Yeah, that whole thing was just, like, a failed initiative. I really hope they don't do filler worlds again. I really feel like Duel Links is at its best when they try to pander to anime people the most. They should just keep doing that. God, this duel is taking forever, bro. We're at Anime Worlds after Sevens, which I don't know what they're gonna do to make that format work out in DL. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I want Barian World, but the thing is, like, if they add Rush Duel, I don't care if it's, like, overpowered or whatever. I just want them to add new crazy shit into Duel Links, make it better. Okay. Are we done here? Skill drain? Oh man. Put a guy there. Does he have another attack? Oh man, dude. He's got no cards left, literally. This has to be it. Wow, top deck card of demise, that's huge. But the Ash, that's all she wrote. GG's. Ursus is your champion with Mathmex. Let's go. Congrats on your main phase 221 win, Ursus. Thank you for playing. And thank you all for coming through to the stream. I appreciate it, and I appreciate talking about Cross Duel being dead. You guys definitely help me cycle some thoughts for my script. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for main phase Duel Links. We're going to be playing Rockets as usual, tier 0 Rockets. And we're going to be trying to take home the dub. So, guys, I will see you for tomorrow's stream. Peace out. I'll see you later. Have a good night.